Hey everyone, I'm Matt.
Hi, I'm Desiree.
And we're bringing you this week's Rising Tide West Coast Swing Guide.
This week on the guide, we are on week 2 of our Start the Year Off Right and Send Out the Old Year. So we are going through variations of send-offs that allow us to really up our game when it comes to how we start this dance. Each week, we're going to make the send-offs a little bit more trickier in their variation, so you can have some fun trying them out in your dance. This week, we are going to be doing a back and cross starter with a double resistance send-off into a tuck. We'll show you how now.
1 and 2, 3 and 4, 1, 2, 3 and 4, 5 and 6. Breaking this down for our leaders, that spring moment that happens on 3 is really critical. My first triple step is setting up that spring. 1 and 2, you can see I'm drawing my partner and myself closer towards the center. We're not necessarily going into a really strong compression connection here, but I want to make sure that I have somewhere to go in the spring on count 3. Now for 3, I'm sending my foot and my hips away as I'm also sending my partner away from me. That's what's really creating that spring feeling. This is super important to practice, leaders. If you have someone you can practice with, just practice taking this 3 over and over again before you even move on to the rest of this pattern. From here, and 4 is pretty much just a recovery and switching sides. From here, it's a basic passing tuck, except I don't want to square up and step backwards. I want to stay opened up and just take my 1 down line. 1, 2, 3 and 4, 5 and 6.
Followers, let's first go over the foot travel and then talk a little bit about connection in this move. So, our foot travel, we're going to take our step right underneath us. We can just do a tap and replace for 1 and 2. Then for this 3 during the double resistance, we're going to want to give a little bit in our frame. Think left behind, right in front. And then as the leader shifts our frame to the side, we're going to take our left back and anchor here. From there, it's count 1 of a new pattern, this left side pass with the tuck. So instead of lifting any feet from here, we're simply going to shift our weight from left to the right foot, and then pick up our feet, left. This will be for count 2. 3 will be slightly back on the right, and we'll be right in place with the left, again, not picking up the foot. 4 will be on that diagonal with that wall. Not going too far, but taking a step so that we can walk around left, right, left for 5 and 6 of that left side pass after the starter. Now, in order to be well connected, we have to mind our frame and upper body movement here. So I want us to be willing and able to resist the leader in that count 2 for that compression before the double resistance spring away there. And I also want us to be thinking about how not to overstep in the closed position. Instead of overstepping and then really maxing out the connection, I want to think about just stepping underneath my hip and then rounding out my frame a little bit to allow the shoulder to get into that position as well with the leader. We're going to show you all of this one more time. Look out for that connection technique, followers. Ready, and
1 and 2, 3 and 4, 1, 2, 3 and 4, 5 and 6. That was your guide. Thank you everyone for tuning in. You can check us out online at mattdaviswing.com. We're also on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and Twitter as Rising Tide Swing Dance Studio.
bye.